The truth was not told. 6,000 deletions were never made. You build a case on falsehood and you expect the election commission to respond very politely? What kind of thing is this? You can't say Jet Mangani Pat Sadi. I am asking today, you give it to me tomorrow.
You seem to sort of, reject no insider involvement or any systemic lapses within the EC.
No involvement of anybody within the election commission, either in Karnataka or in Delhi.
Congress leader Mr. Praveen Chakravarti, who worked closely with Rahul Gandhi, he had said something. The election commission knows that they made some sort of a mistake there, and they want to correct it. They want to correct it in Bihar, and they want to correct it nationally as well. And how do you respond to this?
Nonsense. Utter nonsense.
Hello and welcome. I'm Vijay Srinivas. Congress leader and leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi has doubled down his attacks on the election commission and on its top boss, Mr. Ganesh Kumar, over what he calls as poll rigging in the state of Karnataka. Joining us to decode more on these complex web of allegations is Mr. N. Gopalaswamy, the former Chief Election Commissioner of India. Thank you very much indeed for your time, sir. Let me begin with you there. Rahul Gandhi has presented what he calls as 100% black and white proof of systematic voter deletions in Karnataka's Aland constituency. Allegedly using automated software, he says. From your experience, how plausible is such a large-scale manipulation of voter rolls?
Number one, first point I would like to make is large-scale deletion is a misnomer. There's a wrong word used. Large-scale deletion request, deletion proposal is the correct way of describing it. 6,015 or some such applications had come. And after inquiry, only 24 were removed. Okay. Now, let me explain one issue here. Online, now the commission, in order to facilitate the voters, they have made provision for online application. You can make an application online. There are three issues for which you can make an application now online. One, for inclusion of your name. Two, for deletion of your name or some other name, because you might want to delete your name for one constituency and enter it somewhere else. And third is, you have an epic card in which there is some mistake or you want that mistake to be corrected. Okay, these three. In all three cases, you can make an online application. You need not take the trouble of coming to the office and handing over the application. But that does not mean that online application will be approved as soon as they get the thing, they will approve it. No. There is an inquiry. Each and every case, there is an inquiry being done. And in case of deletion, there is a further stipulation in the law that you have to issue a notice before you can get the reply and then only delete. So here what happened was, one of the election commission officials, one of the BLOs, she got a message. I mean, whatever applications are there for her area, the application will be directed to her. Okay. So when she got it on her mobile, she realized that the name given there is somebody who she knows, and that person, very much available. So deletion is incorrect, or proposal to delete is incorrect. So she told her superior officer, saying that there seems to be something wrong. They found out that all these applications have come together. Then after verification, 24 names were removed, and they didn't stop with that. They filed a criminal case for attempt to meddle with the voter roll. This matter was investigated. In fact, the election commission, local officials, that is in Karnataka, they took the trouble of calling all the police officers, discussed extensively as to what material is required, what record is required, etc., etc. And whatever is required was given to them 2023 itself. 2023 itself. Okay. Now, a further additional information has been asked for by a letter on 1st of September.
Okay.
The commission will, it is the investigation being carried out on their own, complaint. So they will jolly well, if whatever information they have, they will certainly give it in order to aid the thing. But to say that, it has not come, we have written on, it has been written on the 1st, it has not come, today is the 15th, today is the 8th. and therefore you are trying to conceal. All this is very unfortunate, exaggerated statements and unnecessary allegations.
Okay, so you're right in a way. The Election Commission admits to unsuccessful deletion attempt. That's what we understand from Mr. Gyanesh Kumar's statement there in Aland, and even filed an FIR, in 2023. But why is EC shying away from offering the technical support the CID is, requesting for?
Who
CID is,
said that? Who said that?
isn't that's the allegation of the Congress?
You can make all kinds of allegations. Let's not go into that. If the idea of
But he said there are 18
wait,
requests
one minute.
since January 2024, sir.
No, if the idea of the EC was not to cooperate, they wouldn't have given the information in the first instance. It is they who gave the information. In the IO, when the case was filed, after that, whatever information was asked for immediately was given in 2023 itself. So, can we ask a question in return saying that what was the IO doing between 2023 September and 2025 September? Was he sleeping? So, let us not get, I'm not interested in allegation. See, they must have, I gave them the credit for trying to inquire into the matter. 2 years later, there may be a, in between, I wouldn't be surprised, in between, the inquiry officer might have changed, the inquiring police officer might have changed, he might have got promoted, he might have gone somewhere else, somebody else might have come. Whatever has happened, leave aside that. 2 years down the line, a new person who is there, he says, I want this additional information. Now, the commission gave the information in 2023. Nothing prevents the commission, nothing will prevent the commission from giving it whatever additional information is asked for. But you can't say, Jet Mangani Pat Sadi. I am asking today, you give it to me tomorrow. And then say that tomorrow is gone and you are not given it, therefore you are interested in concealing it. I think this is a very unfortunate disease which is spreading here.
Okay, but I mean, what he says is, 18 requests have been dropped since Jan 2024.
Look, the commission has not come back to you. So 18 requests we have accepting for the one which is sent on the 1st of September. We have answered all the 17. Otherwise, how did he get all this information? How did he get the information if the commission had not answered for 17 times? So this is all, this is all very good for optics. But let us talk of what actually is happening. This is what is happening. New IO or an IO who didn't do couldn't complete it in 2 years. On 1st of September says, you give me additional information. The commission will give. If they have it, they will certainly give. If they don't have it, they will say that we don't have it.
Okay. So if you really see yesterday's response, Rahul Gandhi come out of this press conference and all that, a barrage of allegations, certainly again, the Election Commission. Within a couple of minutes, we had the top boss, Gyanesh Kumar, having some kind of a similar sort of a rhetorical response to Mr. Gandhi. He said these are baseless and incorrect. But, Rahul Gandhi is now the leader of opposition of the Lok Sabha. I mean, this is just as a matter of courtesy. You think the Election Commission should have, had a sort of, we'll do an internal investigation onto this matter. We'll come back to you with a solid reply and all that. You think that would have been a better response from the EC?
If the person who makes the statement makes it with, allegations and with discourtesy, it would not beget discourtesy. I mean, you know it very well. I don't need to say. If you dish out discourtesy, you will get discourtesy. That's all. That's as simple. Okay. And for the record, I would like to say that Mr. Gyanesh Kumar has not been discourteous. He is only not answered your question because he has ignored it. I mean, or he has said that whatever he wanted to say. In fact, there is a statement which has been put up by two people. One, by immediately controverting the allegations by the CEC's office. Second one was the CEO's office, which has completely described the entire thing and also said at the end of it, if there are any documents required, it will be given.
Okay.
You can't be more polite than this.
Okay. So, in getting back to what has happened in Alan, this Rahul Gandhi has been stating 6,019 deletions. We don't want to get into the numbers of how many deletions happen. We don't want to get into that.
Please note down. Sir, please note down. The truth was not told. 6,000 deletions were never made. Only 24 was made.
So that's his claim, and we don't want to get into the numbers.
You build the case on falsehood, and you expect the election commission to respond very politely? What
Okay.
kind of thing is this?
Okay, I'm gonna keep us the numbers aside for the moment.
But numbers are
Uh,
important, sir. Numbers are important because when you
okay,
keep
no,
on saying
but
6,000 deletions, 6,000 deletions, 6,000 deletions, gives a wrong impression to everybody. 6,000 deletions have taken place. They have not taken place at all.
okay, okay, but even then there were some amount of deletions. Take it like
But that
that. So
deletion, that deletions which were made lawfully. 24 after inquiry, they found truth in 24 cases and filed and deleted. So
okay,
nothing
so
has
but what do
been
you think is
done
the margin of
without.
error then?
Huh?
I saw your interview yesterday with on India Today, and where you're talking about that the errors do happen. You said it has been happening
No,
for
no,
a pretty long time.
that
What
is
do you think is
something
the
else.
margin of
That
error?
no, please, don't mix up two things. One is error. There is my point. There was no electoral roll at any given point of time will be error free. This is as simple as this, because
Okay.
today you prepare. I mean, the election commission used to prepare electoral rolls effective date of 1st of January every year. Thereafter, the election commission made a proposal to the government saying that if there is an election at the end of the year and the electoral roll is frozen on the 1st of January of that particular year, whosoever becomes 18 or eligible by either by age or by transfer, whatever it is, they will lose out. Therefore, we are proposing that there will be 4 dates in which the electoral roll should be revised every year: 1st of January, 1st of April, 1st of July, 1st of October, so that at any given point of time, the latest whosoever has come is also getting an opportunity to get himself or herself to be enrolled. Okay, this is what they comment. Despite this, I'll tell you, supposing on 1st of October or 1st of July, you make the electoral roll final. Your election is in October or November. You make it on 1st of October. Between 1st of October and the date of 1st of November, are you wanting to tell me that nobody would have died? Nobody would have shifted place? It will happen. It is natural. That is why I also quoted the instance that in 1983 in West Bengal, some political parties went to the court and asked for a stay on the elections. They said elections should not be conducted. In those days, only 1st of January was the due date for electoral roll. They said between that and today, there will be a lot of changes. So the electoral roll will not be complete. And therefore, we want elections to be stopped, postponed to some other day. Court simply said, we believe that no electoral roll can be absolutely 100% right every day.
That's right.
So this argument which you are taking is unacceptable to us. Elections will go on. That is why, with that background, I was telling you that mistakes could be there, can be there, and for instance,
But
a
how many
BLO,
percentage of mistakes are allowed, are
that
okay or legal?
there is no such thing of allowed. There is no such thing of
Okay.
allowed. As far as possible, the commission would like to have 100% true electoral roll, but mistakes can come. I'll just take one instance. A BLO has to visit some place. Okay,
Okay.
the person visited, some house is locked. In a city, you don't know who your neighbor is, so you don't
That's
know
right.
who they are. I mean, you may know they, but where they are, their house is locked. You won't volunteer information saying that I know they have gone to USA. No, I know the man has died. I know only the woman is there. She has gone to her parents' place or she has gone to her son's place. They will not say anything at all. So what will happen is this: assuming for a moment that they have migrated to USA, the neighbor will not say that, and there is nobody there who can confirm that. So the name will be there. It happened in my particular case. I will tell you. I came to Chennai in 2009 after voting in Delhi. Okay. Then I made an application and got myself in. 2011 assembly election. I mean, at that particular point of time, my son was living in the same building. Okay. 2011, when I went to vote, at the polling booth, the person representing one party asked me, saying that, where is your son? I realized that he had the earlier electoral roll. In that, my son's name will be there because he was living there. After that, he had shifted. So this can happen. So look at things in perspective. When I say mistakes can be there, Mistakes can be there, will be there. But this does not mean deliberate mistakes will be allowed or will be perpetrated, will be made. That is
Okay.
the difference. Mistakes, natural mistakes can be there. But to allege because of that, that there is a deliberate attempt at mischief in the electoral roll, I think it's just not acceptable.
Okay, so you seem to give a clean chit to the election commission right now, but the idea is, would you also categorically, are you denying that the form 7, which is deals with the deletion of voters, was automatically filled within a span of seconds, and OTP was received to somebody's number in Coimbatore, as the Congress party says,
My,
is all
my dear,
wrong? This is what you're saying.
my dear sir, please understand the methodology.
Mhm.
OTP will be generated just to ensure that the fellow who is making it has a number, is a genuine fellow. I mean, in the sense, it's not a robo. Okay, it's not a robo which is making it. Therefore, a OTP is sent. But that does not in any way, neither the election commission nor anybody else will say that the contents of that particular application are true. No, because as I mentioned to you, the content will be verified. Before verification, it is never accepted. Just
That's right.
because you make an application and you confirm by OTP that you are not a robo and you are a human being, that doesn't mean that the election commission will say, "Kacha, no, robo has not done it, human being has done it, therefore we will accept it."
That's
No,
right.
it will go for an inquiry.
That's why the BLO will
In the
come in, it
inquiry,
will go to the ERO.
it goes from the ERO, whichever office, it goes to the BLO. BLO does an inquiry and then gives a report saying that I have
Okay.
checked up, this is not true. I have checked up, this is true. So where
Okay.
it is true, it is action is taken either to include, delete, or correct. Where it is not true, action is not taken. Where it is not true, one or two cases, if it is there, they might overlook. But when they found a large number, they realized that somebody is trying to commit some mischief. I mean, I see another case I will quote you. In 2008, before the Madhya Pradesh elections, there was an
Mhm.
electoral roll in which there was a dog's photograph. How did it come? So everybody went ballistic over it. It was very simple. The fellow who made it, he was not paid by his agent. By his, by the fellow who had retained him. That fellow did not pay. The fellow who took the agency for or the contract for preparing the electoral roll, he didn't pay this particular fellow. So he made a mistake saying that, I mean, you are not giving me money. I'll take revenge on you. So he put a photograph of a dog. That doesn't mean
Okay.
that commission is responsible for the dog coming into the electoral roll.
Okay. Okay. So, I again have to get back to this, ask you certain specific questions to get a specific answer from you, because you seem to sort of, reject that there's been, no insider involvement or any systemic lapses within the EC's distributed infrastructure, because you're the
Absolutely,
man, you handle it, you know it better.
yeah, nothing, no involvement of anybody within the election commission, either in
Mhm.
in Karnataka or in Delhi.
Okay. Okay.
Not at all.
Okay. So, in your tenure as CEC, how robust were these checks on Form 7, sir? And, did you ever encounter attempts at mass impersonations or sort of automated submission, something like this?
Yeah, in a different way altogether. What you call bulk applications were never permitted. But in 2004, the commission took a view, 2004, 2005, commission took a view saying that, individual voters, when they want to make an application, they have to take the trouble of coming all the way, etc., etc. Political parties are actively involved in ensuring that the voters are. We also involve the political parties. Whenever there is a revision, etc., etc., they are given a copy of the electoral roll. Therefore, they can send their representatives. They can get it checked up. If anybody is missing, they can help them to prepare the make the form 6 or to be deleted form 7 or form 8 for correction. So we decided that we will make an exception to the rule, allow only political party, not individual, allow political party representatives to file bulk applications. So they will go to their constituency or their some place where they go and get applications from whosoever is to go to the office, instead of allowing them, instead of helping them in order to help them, they would have said, all right, now you fill in the form, we will take it and hand over to the election commission office. after some time, we found that a lot of bogus applications are coming. Because, after the application comes, we do an inquiry. In the inquiry, we established saying that we made a relaxation, but it's being misused. So we drew that provision. We said, no, we will not accept bulk applications, even from the political party. Nobody. So the exception which was given to the political parties was being misused. Therefore, we removed it.
Okay. So, election commission is ultimately the umpire for the great Indian election. But do you think the current commissions, Mr. Ganesh Kumar's commissions, sort of response, as you rightly said, discourteous, you got to be handled with discourteous and all that. So, you think this could actually sort of, affect the perception of the election commission, sort of risks eroding the trust in the institution, because it's not just
Ah,
about
that, that is,
conducting free and fair elections, but it's also about, public perception, right?
yeah, that is exactly what the attempt is. See, you
Uh-huh.
repeat a lie 100 times,
Mm-hmm.
then the
Mm-hmm.
101 time, somebody thinks that, it could be true. So that is the attempt which is going on. See,
Mm-hmm.
the incident took place in 2023 when Ganesh Kumar was no longer anywhere near that place as a CEC. So why is he being
Mm-hmm.
blamed? Tell me a good reason why he is being blamed.
Mm-hmm.
So the attempt is to discredit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Should the election commission now sort of conduct a nationwide audit of the deletion attempts, as Rahul Gandhi suggested, to reassure voters that the Alad constituency isn't symptomatic of a larger problem? Look, we don't have any problem.
They have already announced. They have already
Mhm.
announced that SIR will be carried out all over the country. They are already
Okay.
doing it in Bihar. And
Okay.
in Bihar, have they
Okay.
allowed, have they allowed bulk applications? No, they have not allowed applications.
Okay.
Individually, each person has been approached, given the entry in the electoral roll. This is the entry. It pertains to you. Are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with it?
Okay.
Your name has been correct. Your address is correct.
Okay.
Sign it and give it back. When it
Okay.
doesn't come back, the BLO checks it. BLO gives it and BLO takes it back. When he takes it back, he realizes that I gave 6 forms in this house, 6 voters should be there. Only 4 forms have come back. What happened to the other 2? Then the
Mm-hmm.
people in the house will say, "Nahi, ek to mar gaya hai. One person is no longer alive. The other person is migrated to some other place. Therefore, we have only 4 now. So 2
Okay.
forms are unfilled."
Okay.
That is the basis on which the 65 lakh figure came.
Okay.
For instance, if somebody had more than one epic number or more than one epic number, that many forms are given. In this house,
Mm-hmm.
there are 3 epic numbers. They have given 3, but one person will not sign. I mean, they know. They also know one person will not sign the 3 forms and give it. So only one form came. The other 2 are false. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
they have tried their level best to see, and mind you, they have requested, all the political parties have cooperated with them. The commission had 160,000 BLOs. The
Mm-hmm.
political parties had an equal number. Why
Mm-hmm.
is it being forgotten? The political parties are actively involved in this process. Then, I mean, that is the way it should be. Political parties and election commission are not enemies. For the purpose of election, they are on the same side of the fence.
Okay.
So, election commission is interested in conducting a free and fair election, free and fair electoral roll. Political parties have also the same goal. Therefore, that is why they have cooperated. That's why they have
Okay.
appointed their own BLOs and helped the election commission and also ensured that nothing wrong takes place.
Okay. Okay. Since you brought in the topic of SIR here, let me get in a quick reaction from you. We had the Congress leader, Mr. Praveen Chakravarti, who worked closely with Rahul Gandhi on this particular, the vote chori sort of the barrage of documents that he presented yesterday. He had said something. This SIR, this special intensive revisions are nothing but extension of the allegation of the Congress party is putting forth. Look, the election commission knows that they made some sort of a mistake there, and they want to correct it. They want to correct it in Bihar, and they want to correct it nationally as well. And that's why they've come out with this SIR, and they're doing it in a hurry. How do you respond to this?
Nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Utter nonsense, because see, before every election, then intensive revision is done to ensure that everybody who is to be on the roll is on the roll. Mind you, in India, the number of, from poorer states, a lot of out migration takes place. And to better off states, a lot of in-migration takes place.
Okay.
Nothing new in this at all. 2007, before the assembly election of 2008 in West Bengal, Janagraha NGO in Bangalore carried out we also knew, we also were part of this exercise, carried out an exercise and gave us the report saying that if you do not correct the electoral roll for a year, because of this intra-district and inter-district migration, there could be changes as many as 6 to 8% changes in the electoral roll. Somebody will move from one part of Bangalore to another part of Bangalore. Somebody will move from outside Bangalore to inside Bangalore. Somebody may move from inside Bangalore to outside any other place. Therefore, this intra-city migration and intercity migration will be there. And if you don't correct it, if you don't attempt to it every year, there will be 6 to 8% difference. Now, every year, the commission does not do an intensive revision every year. That's
right.
Rigorous kind of thing and too difficult kind of thing. What it does is they do a summary revision, just check up with the electoral roll and go and find out whether persons are there or not there. But before every election, it used to be, we did it in UP, we did it in Karnataka. So this is normally done that before the elections in a particular state, intensive revision is done so that the whatever mistakes are there earlier, whatever mistakes happen to be there, or whatever corrections could not be done, were not done during the period, are brought onto record and correct electoral roll is prepared. So that is the way it should be done. That is the way it is being done. Now Bihar is going to polls now. Therefore, they have done it in Bihar. They have already announced saying that elsewhere it will be done. Even without their announcing, it would have been done anyway by them. But because accusing finger was pointed out saying that you are doing it Bihar, there is something behind your mind, all that stuff. They said no, it will be extended to every state. Why have they picked up these 5 states? They are going to poll next year. That's why they have picked up those states. Other states, by and by, they will do it. Because running it all over the country may be a bit of a problem following every little state. And then if you do for the entire country now, and the election come 2 years later in a particular state, by that time, there will be changes in the electoral roll. Therefore, they are very deliberately, they have announced that these 5 states will come next.
Okay, so one last question before we wrap this up, sir. Now, if you were the Election Commission's top boss today, what concrete steps would you be taking to sort of restore faith in the Election Commission? Because the leader of opposition, no less, is now sort of accusing the Election Commission of sort of poll rigging. So what would you do?
See, you cannot fight falsehood easily. Okay. So for me, I would try and tell the truth. But if it is not accepted, I cannot go and ram it down the throat of somebody. So, okay, if that is the fate of this country, so be it. People in the political arena also should realize that there is nothing achieved by running down your institutions. If mistakes are there, genuine mistakes are there, yes, by all means. By all means. Nobody in a position of responsibility will ever say that I will not correct if there are mistakes. They will never say that. Least of all the Election Commission, because they know that any mistakes will mean that much, black mark on the democracy. So they would not do it. But if you keep on making only allegations, unfortunate, because I am saying this only because you remember one minister in Karnataka said something. Do you remember that? What did he say? He said the revision took place during our time and he was sacked for that. Why? All that he was trying to say is that we as a party should have been equally responsible to ensure that when the electoral roll revision takes place, we play our role properly. That's what he was trying to indicate. He was sacked. He was sacked for saying that. That's their internal matter. I don't. But I want to point out this, saying that that is the way to go. That is, if there is any revision, any actions taken by the commission, political parties are part of the system, part of that same, environment. They should cooperate and ensure that it is in the interest of both the commission as the administrator of the elections and the political parties who are players in that, to cooperate with each other and ensure that things are done properly.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Such a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.